morning. Hope everyone is doing well. No one with too much cabin fever. But for those of you who are having it or live in very tight spaces, maybe with no balconies, my heart is there with you. I hope everyone can get a little bit of sunlight, a little bit of fresh air every day, even if it's just downstairs from your house. I know I really treasure that. And I just want to start my day just showing a little bit of, not a little bit, a lot of gratitude to everyone in this forum, but especially Jordan, who has been working, I know, probably 20 hours a day, seriously. I don't think he sleeps. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything you're doing for me and for everyone out there who is utilizing these amazing classes to add some joy to their lives. And thank you. So today's class is going to be conditioning in our yoga framework. We're going to use mindfulness to do things that otherwise we might go just through the motion. But I invite you to be very connected with what we are doing as we strengthen different parts of the body. And for today's class, all you're really going to need is a belt or belt-like. So that will be important. So if you don't have a belt, go grab a towel, a scarf, or a regular belt, and maybe something to sit on right now. Close your eyes, find a comfortable seated position, and begin to draw your attention inwards. Notice your breath. Notice the beating of your heart. Just spend a moment becoming aware of how you're entering your mat, how you're starting your morning, how your mental state and your physical state feels right now. And just make a note. Expanding our awareness of oneself and everything around us is one of our goals in our yoga practice, in and out of the mat. So begin to lengthen your breath. We're just going to do a short breathing practice. We're going to inhale, hold the breath, exhale, hold the breath. I'm not going to be counting. I'm just going to be when is the next step to do. And of course, you adjust to what feels right to you. So try to keep your eyes closed if that feels comfortable. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. So go ahead, inhale. Hold. Exhale. And hold. No breath. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. And hold, no breath. One more time. Inhale. And hold. Exhale. And hold, no breath. And then take a giant inhalation. Open your eyes. And exhale it out through the mouth. All right. We're going to start today in our back, and we're going to stay there for a while. So we're going to start with some nice stretches of the hips, and then we're going to begin our more targeted strengthening work. So come to your back. Take your strap, bring it onto the ball of your feet, And if you have back issues and keeping your left foot bent feels better for you, go ahead. Otherwise, you can straighten in front of you and begin to move your leg up and down, just bringing small movement. Back and forth, just juicing our joint a little bit before we come to a stillness. And if you have a blanket and you feel better supporting the back of your head, go ahead and place something there. And then come to a stillness. So your foot is coming straight out of your hip. Try to hold the strap with straight arm, and then roll your shoulders back and down into the mat. Make sure the back of your neck has the natural space there. And of course, if this is not a possible 90-degree angle, you can always come a little lower. And if that's too hard on your arms and your shoulders, then go ahead and bend. But try to keep it straight if that is possible. And the leg in the floor is still active. Try to draw your right sit bone a little bit forward. Feel the activation of the back of your leg, your hamstring, and take a couple of mindful breaths here. Meaning you're connected, you're aware of what's happening, you're not thinking of your to-do list afterwards, you're cooking or whatever it is that you're doing afterwards. You're really right here in the present moment, feeling whatever's coming up emotionally or physical sensation on the back of your leg. Let it be. Acknowledge it. Be present. One more breath. And then place your left strap on your right hand. So holding both sides of your belt or strap or towel with one hand. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, very slowly begin to open external rotation of the hip. Now, if you feel you're gonna fall or it feels uneven on your back, I love this variation, bringing your knee to the left hand, but try not to bring it into the chest. So if I'm pulling up to see my leg, there is a V in front of me. And this is just a little bit more neutral for your back. Let's stay here for 3 more breaths. Now the elbow in this one can come down. Okay, so just finding ways to relax what's not stretching. So you don't want to bring tension to your neck and your shoulders. You have to be able to settle down as you just work on this external rotation. One more deep breath. And on an exhale, use your belly to bring back the legs to center. Extend the left leg back into the mat. Switch hand, and now take your free hand, your right hand, to encourage the front of the hip to move forward. You can use your thumb where your leg meets your hip and encourage that forward to create a little bit of traction. And then small movement, crossing the leg so it aligns with the edges of your mat or your left shoulder. So it's not a big movement. It's not a complete crossing of the leg to the left side. Just stay here and see where you feel it. I feel it on my outer hip. I know some of you might feel it on your outer knee. So it depends how tight you are. You might feel it in different places. But wherever you are, you're getting a nice stretch of your outer leg. One more breath. And exhale to bring it back. And then bend the knee, just shortly hold the top of your belt and open that knee to the right side. So you're on a half a happy baby. The bottom of your foot is facing the sky and the left knee is facing the outside of your mat, not straight towards your shoulder. And then come back to center, release that, extend it, and spend just 2 moments here noticing. Notice the difference between your right and your left thumb. And left side. Bring in the knee, position your belt, straighten that leg, and move it up and down, small movements. 2 more times. And come to a stillness. Try to straighten your arms, roll the shoulders back and down. Settle the back of the skull onto the floor. And begin to breathe into the back of that left leg. As you do this, try not to let the hip come up. Try to keep it down and forward. Again, you might have to be a little bit lower, or for some of you, in order to avoid a lot of shoulder tension and neck, if you have issues there, then bend the leg if that serves you better. The bottom foot is active. And then begin to draw the right side of your belt to the left hand. Take one inhalation. And as you exhale, begin to externally open that hip. If you like the variation, bring that right knee to the right hand. I don't have a lot of room here to open, but go as wide as it feels good. You can bring the left elbow down to the floor. And just remember that if you are using the variation, look up and see that you have a V, the letter V in front of you. Relax the head and shoulders. 2 more breaths. And one, the next inhale, bring the leg back in, lower the right leg, switch hands. Take your free hand, your left thumb, place it in the crease of your leg, encourage that hip to move forward, and a small cross over to the right side. Keep sending that left sit bone forward. Breathe into your outer hip as we internal rotate that hip. The leg on the floor is active. Your shoulders and neck are relaxed. And give me 2 more breaths. Inhale it back to center. Bend that knee. Hold the belt with the left hand and allow the knee to move out and the bottom of your foot to move up towards the sky for a happy baby. And then come to center. Bring both knees into the chest. Remove the belt. Leave it on the side. Not going to need it anymore. And hug your knees. Maybe massage side to side. All right, we're going to start involving more of the core. And remember, the core is not just the front. It involves a lot of muscles in the body, the whole circumference of our midline, and it's connected to our legs. It's really connected to everything. So we're gonna try to get nice all over strengthening here. All right, and again, a lot of mindfulness and awareness with our movement. There's also coordination involved and balance. So go ahead and bend both knees. Try to keep like a 90-degree here. So knees are up and arms are up. Shoulders are down. We're gonna start moving opposite leg, opposite arm with coordination, and we're gonna take these movements slow. So first we're gonna start extending the right leg forward, but it's gonna hover. As we do this, bring the left knee slightly in towards your chest and move the left arm all the way back till it's hovered. You do not lower the leg or the arm to the floor. And as we exhale, we bring it back till both knees are in line with each other, hands in line with each other. Other leg. So moving the left leg straight forward till it hovers, moving the right arm behind you, right knee comes in closer towards your chest, and then return. Inhale, extend, right leg, left arm, opposite side. Exhale, bring it back to center. Our home base is here. Inhale, right arm, left leg, extend and hover. Right knee slightly pulls in. Exhale, we come back to our home center. One more time on each side. Inhale, straighten the right leg, lift the left leg, right arm is still up. Exhale, back to our home center. Last time, left leg extend, right arm extend. Right knee comes in, hover, 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 and then come back. Nice, hug your knees into your chest, rock from side to side. And then we're going to extend both of our legs. Be mindful if you're having back issues, you might want to skip this or maybe just keep it bent. But we're going to try to extend the right leg in about 45 degrees. The hardest way to do it is to extend the right arm back, leg, chest is up, or bring your hands to your heart and bend the knees, relax the feet into the ground. Take 2 breaths before we move into our next one. The next one is going to be reclined Bakasana. So we're going to bring the knees in and out. The feet are still going to be touching. The elbows are going to come in contact with our inner knees, and our chest is going to come up. So come up, draw the belly in. So a lot of core involvement here. Both of your shoulder blades are off from the ground. Plant your hand. Imagine that you are reversed and you have the floor here in front of you. And now press your leg into your knees. Press your knees into your hands. So a lot of resistance. You're feeling your arms, your shoulders, your core. Ooh, try to keep it. Imagining you're balancing here. Keep pressing, pressing, pressing. And relax, feet down. Take 2 breaths. Okay, last one. You're gonna bring the knees together, feet together, okay, like a twisted Bakasana. But now our legs are gonna keep making contact. Our shoulders are gonna come off the ground, and we're gonna take a twist over to the right. You're gonna try to keep your right shoulder and shoulder blade up. Keep bringing it up. Keep squeezing your navel into your spine. Keep coming a little bit higher. And come back to center. Release for 1 breath. And come all the way up to the other side. So both arms come to the left side of the outer left leg. Pull yourself up. Don't let your left shoulder blade be on the ground. Pull up, navel in, and relax. Nice. I felt that. I hope you did too. Rock from side to side. Let's take here just a quick twist to each side. So bring both knees to the left, just for a brief moment. Draw the navel in and take it over to the other side. Draw the navel in and rock back and forth, massaging your spine. One more time and come all the way up and make your way to all fours for some more strength, coordination, and balance here. So set your hands underneath your shoulders. Set your feet underneath your hips. Draw in around your waist, okay? You're not rounding the spine, you're not arching the spine, you're just drawing in. So you're supporting your back, and you're gonna bring the right leg back and try to keep it even here, your hips. So don't let things open here or drop, okay? Try to really maintain that support of your belly and extend the left arm up in front of you. So you're gonna inhale it here once. As you exhale, you're gonna move the right leg to the right, the left arm to the left without wobbling too much. You're trying to keep your pelvis steady. And then you'll return things to center, extending. And as you exhale, you're gonna round the spine and bring your left elbow to your right knee. And here you do want to round the spine a lot. So again, we're gonna do it a little faster. Inhale, straighten and lengthen in opposite side. Bring it to the side. Inhale back to center. Exhale, round and press elbow to knee. One last time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, open to the side. Inhale, extend. Exhale, meet elbow to knee. And come back to all fours. Take one cat and cow. Rounding the spine here. One more arching. And rounding into cat. Come back into your neutral spine. Draw in around your waist. Feel the support of your core supporting the back. And extend now the left leg back. Extend the right arm forward. As we inhale, we extend it opposite side. As we exhale, we open the left leg to the left side, right arm to the right. Inhale, back to center, into a vertical. Exhale, round the spine and tap elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten it up. Exhale, open it up. Inhale, bring it back to center. Exhale, round and tap. Last time. Inhale, straight. Exhale, open it to the side. Exhale, straight. Exhale, and round, round, round. And come back into all fours. Move your arms to the edges of your mat. Move your knees a little back and lower your forehead towards the ground. And breathe into your puppy dog here for 3 more deep breaths. Good morning, core. All right. We're going to come now into downward facing dog. Bicycle your legs. One heel comes down. Other knee straighten. One heel comes down straight. Opposite knee bends. Or do what feels good to you. Okay, coming to stillness in downward dog. And on the next inhale, roll forward into plank. Push your hands away as you bring a little bit of a roundness between your shoulder blades. Energize your legs. Keep the head moving forward. So the crown of your head is pointing forward, not down. You're not looking at your toes. Keep everything engaged here. And then move back into downward facing dog. This is when downward dog becomes a restful pose. Once again, inhale, roll forward into your plank. Energize your arms, push the floor away, round your upper spine. Energize your legs. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. You can always lower your knees, take a break. One more breath. Ooh, I love this pose. Just opens everything. Remember, you can always keep your knees bent and then enjoy the feeling of keeping your spine straight. On the next inhale, bend your knees and look forward. And come all the way to the top of your mat. Bend your knees and fold forward. Maybe you can hug the back of your knees. You can rock from side to side. Enjoy this moment. On your next in breath, gonna come halfway up. Hands can be underneath your knees, on your thigh. Just feel the back of the muscles working as you come up into your half tabletop position here. And as you exhale, fold. On the next breath, bend your knees, lower your seat, and with a straight spine, come all the way up. Inhaling the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. Close your eyes. Feel your breath. Feel the connections of the bottoms of your foot onto the earth. Feel the gratitude for standing here on your mat, doing something for yourself. And on the next breath, inhale the arms all the way up. Lengthen. And as you exhale, come down with a straight spine. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, come back into your plank pose. And come down into the floor, any way that you would like. Place your forearms down. Engage the legs, send them back. Send energy towards the earth and draw your elbows back so you can lift the heart forward without cranking the head back. Stay here for 2 more breaths. And from here, we're going to come up into a forearm plank. So you're going to keep pushing the forearm down. You're going to lift your pubic bone up, your navel up towards the spine, top your toes, and just lift your your legs up. Whole body is energized here, and now keep pressing the floor down. Again, you want a little bit of rounding around your upper back here. You don't want to be sinking the heart in towards the floor. You want to be lifting it and drop it down. Sink pose again. Keep drawing energy down, drawing the elbows back, lifting the heart without tensing the neck. You might have to look down a little bit, adjust to where it feels right for your neck. And from here, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, bend the knees, and come back into downward facing dog. 3 deep, long breaths here. Every time you come back to downward dog, it's an opportunity to revisit the pose, to have a little bit of curiosity, to see what can you do to make this pose feel better and better and better each time. On your next breath, inhale the right leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip if that feels good. And then return to square and bring that right leg forward. Gonna come up to crescent. So draw the belly in. Inhale, come up to crescent pose. Stay here for one moment. Squaring here the hips. Feeling the lengthening on each side of the body. And as you exhale, bring the hands down. Push the left foot forward. Inhale into half. Come up. Use the back muscle. Exhale, fold. Inhale, push the floor. Come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale. Lengthen up. Exhale, bend the knees. Come down with a straight spine. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Push back into your plank. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Lower your knees and come all the way down. Straighten the legs behind you and straighten the arms in front of you. You're going to use today an imaginary bar. So hold the bar in front of you. Keep your forehead down. And on the next inhale, you're going to rise your legs up. You're going to bring your arms up, chest is up, and you're going to pull the bar. So bending your elbows towards the back of your mat. And inhale, lengthen the arms. Don't let the legs come down. Hold the bar again. And as you exhale, pull yourself back and up. So elbows go back, they're bent. Lifting the chest, and exhale, make a pillow for your forehead, and rest. Maybe moving your hips from side to side. Push yourself into a child pose. And let's rest here for 3 more deep breaths. And let's all meet back in downward facing dog. One more deep breath here. And on the next one, lift the left leg up towards the sky, bend the knee and open the hip, or just keep it square. Return the hips to square. Look in between your hands, round your upper spine in order to make room for the leg to come forward in between your legs. Settle here before you come up. Make sure the right leg is to the right of the left one. Draw the belly in and come all the way up. Crescent pose. Lifting the belly, lifting from each side of your body here. Power those legs. One more breath here. And exhale, lower the hands. Back leg comes forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up, lifting the arm. And exhale, hands to the heart. Close your eyes and resettle. Come back to your breath if you've lost that awareness. Come back to your body and to this present moment, because after all, the present moment, it's all that we have. The only moment that exists. The past is behind us. The future, as we know, is totally uncertain. It always was, by the way, not just now. We just made it a realization that that was always the case. So let's just enjoy whatever is happening right now, this moment. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, come back into your plank pose. This time, widen your plank. So both legs are on each side of your mat. And then we're going to try to inhale the arm up. Come up so it's parallel to the ground. Exhale, bring it down. Other side. And try not to wobble with your hips from side to side. And also try not to sink your hips or your heart. Pushing like a plank. So rounding the upper spine. Draw your belly in. And then just lift the left arm up so it aligns with your ear without too much wobble on the hips. Lower it down. One more time on each side. Inhale, right arm rises. Exhale, bring it down. Left, lengthen, and bring it down. Jump back into the center and lower all the way to the ground. Rest here for 2 breaths. Okay, we're going to start coming up into our locust with coordination of the arms and the legs. So we're going to start with the arms back, the legs back. Energize those legs. Pubic bone is down. And as we inhale, we come up. Right leg comes up. Left arm comes forward. As we exhale, we return down. Inhale, left leg rises. Right arm comes forward. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, right leg, left arm, come up, chest and leg. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, bring it down. Make a pillow for your forehead and rest for 3 breaths. Okay, come back into downward facing dog. Three more breaths. Move your dog or stay still. Wiggle your tail, whatever makes you happy. On the next breath, inhale the right leg up. As you exhale, bring it forward. Draw the belly in. Push both through the feet down. Inhale into your crescent pose. And now we're going to hold that bar, imaginary bar. Inhale, arms come up. Hold the bar. And as you exhale, resist it. Imagine it's really heavy. Squeeze those shoulder blades together and draw the navel in. Inhale, let the bar slowly go back. So it doesn't make a huge noise when it hits up with the weight. And then hold it again. And imagine it's 20 pounds. And you're squeezing the shoulder blade behind you. Don't let go of your navel. And one last time. Let it go slowly. Don't release it. And push it one more time. Squeeze. It's getting heavier, 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 heavier. Lifting the heart. Drawing the belly in. And now let it go. Keep the knee in the back, bend here. Keep the shoulders out to the side. Draw the belly in and start turning your chest to the right. Then bring the hands to your heart and come to the outside of that front knee and straighten the back leg. Use your hands to lift your chest. Keep drawing that right hip back. Keep lifting the left thigh up. Lifting the chest. Oh, I love this stretch in my right hip while we're strengthening the legs. And exhale, come back, push back. Option to take a vinyasa or meet me back in downward facing dog. 3 more breaths. Remember, child pose is always available for you, so take it when you need it. Okay, other side. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, look forward. Bring that leg forward or help it get there. Settle and ground your feet down. Really important before coming in. Draw power into your belly to bring you up into crescent. Square the hips here. Go up to find that heavy bar. Inhale, grab it. Exhale, bring it behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades, bring it down. It's so heavy. Don't let go of the power of the belly. Exhale, release it slowly. Keep your legs low if you can. And grab it as you inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze it, resist it, resist it. It's so heavy. It's taking time to bring it back behind you. And release slowly. One last time. Push it down, 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 down. Lift the heart. And then let it go. Bring the hands to your heart. Bend that back leg. As you start, keep them open. I'm sorry, keep them open. Draw the belly in. Keep the back knee bent as you start rotating your torso to the left. Then bring your hands together. Then straighten the back leg. And then maybe find the outside of your front knee, or you can also stay high if that feels better. Use your hands to push down towards your thigh so you can lift the chest. Power that back leg. Send that left hip back. Chest is open. Lifted. Feel the power of this pose. And that amazing stretch on your outer left hip. One more breath. And then come down and all the way to the front. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come up with a straight spine. Exhale, hands to the heart. And we're going to come down to the floor. So we're going to come to our knees. If you have a blanket and your knees are cranky when they're on the ground, use your blanket. You don't need it, but it's nice if you need the cushion, okay? So I prefer not to use them. I'm just giving you the options. Okay, so we're going to tuck the toes under. We're not going to do a full camel. We're going to use like a half a camel. We're going to be working more on the stability and the strength, strengthening of our core and our hips and our legs. So toes are down. The hands can be in your heart. But you're going to engage your belly, engage your buttocks. You're going to come halfway in one plane, okay? So no arching. So engage everything towards the midline, hands on the heart, and start moving your whole body about, I don't know, 45 degrees. You're starting to feel the back of your thighs, and with that same connection, return back. So it's not a big movement, it's a small movement, but a lot of contraction, a lot of awareness to stabilize and strengthen all the core muscles and our legs. Again, let's keep going. So bring it back as you inhale. And use resistance as you come back up. Again, inhale. Feel that connection as you're doing it from the core to the back. Everything working as one. Exhale it, bring it back. I'm going to do 2 more times. Maybe a little lower, but don't arch. I'm sure you're feeling it in the front of your legs. Nice. So now you can just lower your hands and tap your toes to the mat. It's a nice release. And come to your back. For a variation of bridge with a little bit more of working our legs. Okay, so settle down. Take 2 breaths here. Bring your heels closer to the front of your hips and come up into bridge. And then you can either hold the outer edges of your mat, or if there is room for you to interlace them underneath, try to squeeze a little bit more the shoulders towards one another. Keeping your knees in line with your hips. Don't allow the knees to open. So everything is very parallel. The back of your neck has the natural space. Lifting the hips. And now staying there with that power. Keep pressing mostly to the left leg as you bring the right leg up. Don't let this happen where the right hip is moving to the side. Try to keep pushing it. And then as we exhale, we're gonna come down but in line. So both hips come down a little bit halfway and then explode it back up as you push the left foot into the ground and you lift your hip. One more time. Lower as one vessel. And then push the left foot as you lift, lift, lift. I know your left thigh should be shaking. Lower it down and bring it down. So we just take 2 breaths and we rest. Of course, you can always do any variation of bridge that you like. Or if you've had enough for the day, just stick a block underneath your sacrum and rest. Otherwise, let's do the other side. Bring it, the bridge up. If you can interlace your hands, do that. Squeeze your shoulders in. Push both sides, but push both feet into the ground. And lift the left leg up. Try to keep it straight if you can. Keep pushing with the right foot down. And then as you exhale, lower the hips halfway. And then push with your foot in your leg. A lot of power in that right leg. And then slowly release halfway. 2 more. Push and lift the hips. Lower down. Last time, push, push, push. And release. Nice work, you guys. Hop the knees into your chest. And rock from side to side. Okay. Bring the feet to the width of your mat. And let both knees move from side to side together. So big, wide stand. side to side, like windshield wipers in your car. Side to side, and on the next time we move down, we're gonna stay here and just look up and see that your knee is aligned with the left side of your body. So one straight line. You can stay here, or you can gently use your right or your other ankle, depends on which side you are, to gently encourage that inner knee to come down. And if you are doing this variation, you can use your heel to draw that leg forward. So you get a little bit more of a stretch from your hip all the way down. Two more breaths. And release, come back to the center, but stand 2 breaths with your knees together and your feet completely apart. Nice to see what the body feels like after you do each asana. Just take a moment to see if you can sense it in your body. All right, and then keep the knees apart, feet are still wide, the width of your mat, and draw them all to the way to the left side. And then you might have to walk your right foot a little bit out so your knee aligns with your hip and your shoulder. So this is a deep internal rotation of our hip. And then with the outside heel, we can place it on top of the outer knee, a little bit higher than that. And then draw gently down and away from your hip to lengthen your whole right side. You can bring your hands into a cactus. But of course, if you have knee issues, this might not work for you, or you can put a block underneath your knee. That might feel better. Never do any asanas that hurt your knee. That's not okay. Important to learn the difference also between pain and a deep stretch. But on the knee, you want to avoid any intense sensation. So release that slowly. Let's neutralize our low back by placing your knees together, feet apart. Placing your hands on your belly. And we'll do the same breath that we did at the beginning of the class. So inhale, hold with no breath. Exhale, hold with no breath. Let's start. Inhale. See your hands puffing out. Hold the breath. And begin to exhale slowly as your hands start descending with your belly towards the earth, and hold. One more time, expand the breath. Inhaling, expanding, filling your lungs with air, and hold with no breath. And begin to exhale as you notice your navel coming down towards the earth. Nice. And then bring your knees back to your chest. Rock from side to side for one spinal twist. So lower your feet to the ground, lift your hips slightly, move them to your right, and settle your hips back down. Bring your knees in and take a twist over to the left. Let the right arm come out to the side. Let your gaze move to the right. Your left hand can be on your thigh or to the side. And begin to let go. Also letting go of any expectations that we had, any plans that were on our agenda, maybe trips that we had planned. Let it go. Accept whatever reality comes in our way, even if sometimes brings us anger or sadness or disappointment that we all experience. But at the end of the day, we are better serving ourselves to just accept the situation and work with it and stay positive. Inhale, bring it back in. Lower your feet to the ground, squaring back everything. Lift your hips slightly. Move the hips to the left, lower down, knees in, knees to the right. Open it up to the other side. Gaze in opposite side of your knees. Come back to center, draw the knees into the chest, and pull your knees in towards your chest. Lift your forehead into your knees. Squeeze yourself into a very small, tight ball. And then release. So for the sake of time, if you would like to take a long Shavasana, you can pause the video and take a long or as long as you would like to, a Shavasana. Otherwise, I will just let you be in Shavasana for 1 minute and we'll end the class together. So let your body rest on the floor. Legs are extended. Let the feet come out to the side. Palms are facing up. And just let your body come to a complete stillness as you surrender onto the earth. Come back to your breath. And begin to draw one knee at a time towards your chest. Hugging both knees into the chest. And gently allow the body to roll over to the right side. And stay there for 3 breaths. And begin to make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Trying to keep your gaze soft or your eyes closed if you can. And take a couple of breaths, just sensing the benefits of your practice. On the next inhale, bring the arms all the way up, placing your palms together. And as you exhale, slowly release them down to the heart. Namaste.